In the words of Monty Python, now for something completely different. Spending the night in here. It's a hunting cabin in the woods. Hang on a minute. This is YouTube. You're watching a YouTube video. You deserve better than that. I know. Let's redo that. Something different. Got myself a little selfie stick. Ooh. All the YouTubers are doing it now. So it's the longest day of the year. And I'm back in the forest. The Swedish call it midsummer. And they still celebrate it like a pagan festival, I suppose you could call. So there was a choice of going out and doing this. Or enjoying myself in the forest. Oh, that was harsh. They do have lots of fun. But yeah, hopefully find somewhere where I can watch the sun bounce off the horizon. On this trail somewhere is a large pond. I would love to call it a lake, but it's a large pond with a small island in the middle. So, I'm thinking we'll find some wildlife, so there's somewhere to drink on a nice warm day like this. And, yeah, get myself back out into the forest again while I'm making the most of the weather. Oh, speaking of weather, it is supposed to rain tonight. So I thought, yeah, why not? That's what shelters are for, aren't they? So, but yeah, it's coming up for lunchtime, so I should be closing in on this little lake, pond, water source, and then yeah, have some lunch. I've just seen some reeds through the trees, so I'm going to guess that that is where the water is, because there's not bracken and it's not trees, it's reeds. So head off trail. It's actually quite a lot closer to the water, to the trail than I was expecting. So let's see if we can find that, and then have some lunch, and after lunch find somewhere to set up camp. It's not really advised to set up right next to a small lake like this. In the evening it'll just be mosquito hell and bugs and nasties everywhere, and I'll either have a super smoky fire or enjoy myself. So yeah, lunch, find a little campsite near the water but not too close, and take it from there. Well, they are at centre screen. I don't know if you can really see it. There's a little lump, and then there's some reeds in the background where there's a thin birch tree that's kind of pointing off to the left about 45 degrees. And behind that is reeds. So let's go check it out. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how far that goes back, but that's definitely a large pond, isn't it? But something I have just found, which has made my bucket list, on my bushcraft bucket list, I should point out, is not those blue dragonflies, but they are quite pretty. And they're just going to sit still now. They're being filmed, aren't they? Yeah, typical. Is wild strawberries. I was in Britain. The book that I was learning from with survival skills, that was in there. And wild strawberries were fantastic. In Sweden, they're known as smultron. It's probably about 1/2 centimetre across. Unfortunately, too small to enjoy eating. But yeah, wow, awesome. I am super chuffed. Right then. Oh, it's nice to get that off actually. The only downside with this backpack is there's not much ventilation on your back. If you've watched my rucksacks video, you'll probably find out. Actually, I reviewed this, I think. Yeah, I did, yeah. Right, my trusty food bag. Alright, I've got water in here somewhere. That's where I was sitting for my lunch, watching the dragonflies and the frogs, trying to catch them as they went over the water's edge. Water's edge? Surface. As always, every time I tried to film one, they all ducked down and went for a little, whatever it is they do down there. So let's head over that little ridge to find our camping spot. Not a bad spot, is it? Maybe up there. Maybe on that tree there. Hello. What's that? That's not natural. There's a grey fox. Let's have a look. Wow, it's a good one. Looks like it's got a stove in there, look, in the chimney. Alright, maybe it's not a generator, there's wood in it. That looks to me like a military grade generator. That's a beast. Or maybe it was. A little ladder there, probably from a hunting tower. Some enormous logs that are definitely worth chopping if my little axe will handle it. Chimney. That's in very good condition, isn't it? It looks quite new. Oh, an outdoor oven. Maybe that was inside once before, I don't know. And that looks like there's a barbecue there and some benches. I am definitely going to spend the night here. As Sweden is a Scandinavian country with a land of hunting, this is a hunting cabin for hunters to spend their time out of the bad weather. I must admit, it's a bloody good one. A fire pit. Okay, some nice benches. A window or four. Oh. Let's take a look inside. I do like the door handle. And there's a latch. A warning sign. Området är kameraövervaktad. This area, or the area, is camera protected. It's got CCTV. So, inside, that's the door. Very simple. This is very nice. This is quite. We actually have a proper barbecue. Deck chair. We've got some grills for the fire. I have got my own anyway. High-vis vest. Somewhere to hang your coats. Straps for whatever. Oh, some grill utensils as well. There's more. That's for putting your grill coals in. Benches, a table, a notice. Oh, look at that. There's our little oven. And some pictures. Oh, sorry. And the patron saint of hunting. I'm sure he has a name. Should we find out? And there's a photograph of a fox in the local area. A deer skull. Some candles on the table. Very nice. Ooh. Oh, an axe for chopping logs. Fire pokey stoker. Oh, a topographical map. I may look in that bag. Eller pass 5. Moose pass 5, whatever that calls. Jaktkun hat. Oh, somewhere to put your rubbish apparently. More coat hooks. Oh, a basket for you putting your wood in. Some tape for hunting when you're marking off your areas. Oh, very nice. This should be cosy. I'll be sleeping, I don't know, on the floor, or should we sleep on the table? I don't know. Oh, lots of water as well. Right. What do we have here? We have a notice, a friendly notice. So the welcome notice translates to welcome to our little cabin. We offer you can take shelter from the weather, have a snack, start the fire if we're not here. But be kind and use your own wood. or logs. Make sure the fire is put out and the spjellet stengt. I believe that's something to do with the fire, the oven, the stove. Spjellet is grid. So maybe, yeah. So make sure the fire is out. The grid is closed when you leave from here, and make sure you take your rubbish. Very comprehensive first aid kit. A frying pan? Yeah. Oh, another picture of a kronhjorta. I can't really see because of the light. A red deer, local. Okay, I say local, about 50 miles away. So yes, we should take them up on their offer. Oh, we've got chains to hang lanterns from. Oh, I am most impressed. So, obviously we need to get some firewood. Handy. Hopefully no one will interrupt our pleasant evening. Right, woody wood. Ah, that's what it is. It's a gun rack. What hunting cabin wouldn't be complete without a gun rack? Yeah, I don't know what the chain's for though. I'm going to make the assumption that this is firewood for processing, not the pallet or the box next to it. So I'm going to cut some of these logs down and use my new saw. I'll get back to you when I've done a few more. I've warmed up. Whew. Right, so there's firewood for the evening. I have also brought with me some charcoal, which I'll cook dinner on. You're going to like this. Maybe not. It's a Swedish. It's a Swedish classic, at least anyway. I thought, well, midsummer Swedish celebration, have some Swedish food, very Swedish food, and they're not meatballs. Anyway, I digress. So, lots of firewood. That's 2 baskets worth of firewood. The second one, or the first one, I've left in the cabin. It's about leaving more than you use. If you imagine one of these places maybe 100 kilometers, 100 miles maybe out into the wilderness, and it's part of your hiking trek, trekking hike, and there are tins of food, and there is firewood, and there is a stove like this one. So you've gone in there and the weather has turned bad. It could be a snowstorm, it could be torrential downpour, and you've gone into this cabin and someone's eaten all the food and they've used all the firewood. You're going to struggle. Could freeze to death. You could, worst case scenario, the weather's really, really bad, you could starve to death. Extreme situation, I know, but it could happen. So be conscientious, and like I said, leave more than you take, or give more than you take, I think is another way of looking at it. So extra firewood is in there, firewood for my evening, and charcoal to cook din-dins on, which I'm, yeah, something different. So it's about 4:30, I think. So it could be worth getting a fire started just so I can get some charcoals going. I mean, dinner won't take that long to cook, but obviously it's going to take a while for the fire to prepare itself and the coals to heat up enough for me to cook on. So get myself a drink first, I think. Recharge the batteries. And then, well, I could do that obviously while the fire's going, couldn't I? But yeah, the fireplace itself has been used numerous times. There are some charred bones in there. I might need to batten some of those down. Yeah, there's some charred bones in there, and there are a couple of leftover paraffin candles. Which are these things? They'd be filled with wax and a wick, and these would burn for about 12 hours. And there's another one that's been left in there by someone. But yeah, I'll get my grill out and we'll start dinner, and then we can relax.